What's up, everyone? It's your boy and your coach, George Calioris, A1 CrossFit, West Bend, Wisconsin, Highway 33 in Keys Marina, squatting on this day, 335 for 3 sets of 8. Was pretty fired up about this. Even though I did it, it was pretty damn shaky. You can see my knees and my hips are moving all around. I'm not able to stay tight on this day. Everything just kind of felt really heavy. And it continued to feel really heavy through all 3 sets, which you can see I'm grinding out 1 rep at a time. And even though it's heavy and it feels like a grind, it actually looks pretty fluid. So I'm pretty proud of that. Like I said before, in many of my videos, I have never been that good at squatting, doing the squats. You can see I'm getting pretty good depth. With the safety squat bar, it is hard to stay tight in your back area, especially when it starts getting heavy. So you try and get your lats tight by getting your arms right up against your body, keeping your armpits tight, that whole ordeal. So working on that, getting some squats in. You can see I kind of push myself back a little bit when I get to the bottom of the hole, and that's kind of an issue because then I end up turning it into a 2-part lift where I try and then get my hips through and then my knees go forward again, and it's kind of just this whole awkward thing where I really need to work on the fluidity of my squat, which is exactly what I do with these front squats, 205 for 4 sets of 10. And then after I did the front squats, I did heavy sled drags, moderate sled drags, 270, 3 plates on each side, and back extensions, which I am a huge fan of because they don't take a lot of skill, but they make your back strong, they make your hips strong, your hamstrings, all that stuff that you need to have a good athletic development. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Everything you need to be athletic. The next day, being sore and fatigued from all those damn squats and sled pulls, hitting log press up with 165 for 5 sets of 5 felt like a lot of weight, but again, you can see that even though it's heavy, it moves pretty fluidly. And I'm not really getting stuck at any point. And even when I do get stuck a little bit, it's not too terrible that I can't just continue to go through it. Granted, this is 165. It should be light and I should be able to get it no problem. The training under fatigue and stress produces a lot of adaptation, a lot of those positive results that we're looking for. You can do it in CrossFit just in a WOD, or you can just keep training back to back to back. If you're doing strength stuff, just be mindful of when you go for your heavy sets, 85% and above, that you're not overly fatigued and you end up turning the movement into a different movement, which looks like garbage. Hit 225 on the bench for 4 sets of 5, pausing on the chest as always. Not a huge fan of bouncing that bar off your chest. I just don't think it gives you the same results. Granted, you can get a few more reps in. I think that if you're going to do something like that, you might as well just throw a slingshot on or just go lighter weight and actually hit the reps cleanly instead of trying to bounce it and gain momentum and all that other nonsense. I was supersetting these single arm dumbbell rows. I really have been liking rows lately. I like what they feel like on my scapula area, scapular muscles, scapular retraction and adduction muscles. They get into your lats real nice, your traps. And they teach you how to stay tight in that deadlift position if you do it right. I'm a little off on mine because I haven't just done them in so long. You can see I'm benching with a closer grip than I used to. And it's because with the log press, I'm trying to teach myself how to use my arms and my shoulders. So I get tight in the bench though, push up against my traps. My body doesn't really move. I squeeze my butt, flex my glutes real hard, pause it on the chest, and then push it off me slightly up and back towards my face. There's some more rows of side view. Shoulder goes right over the heel. I could stand to be forward just a tiny bit. Get a nice hip flexor stretch, adductor stretch out of it. And then finished up with these single arm dumbbell push presses 3 sets of 15 with a 45-pound dumbbell, trying to work on keeping my elbow in tight. You'll see on my right side I'm kind of imbalanced. I twist a lot for and I think that's why I ended up hurting my shoulder overall. A lot of overuse in the wrong places, a lot of tightness in my pec area, my rotator cuff. So you can see it doesn't even look like it's like my shoulder only grooves in one axis. It doesn't have good range of motion, good movement at all. So anyways, that's all I did for this day. Biceps and triceps the day after, and then dynamic effort deadlifts the day after that, which you'll see in an upcoming video.